Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face tutorial for New Year's Eve. So I just thought I would sit down, play with some products I love, and do a New Year's Eve makeup look. Even if you're going to be at home with your partner, your brother, your mother, your friend, whatever, I feel like you can get glam, take some photos, and have a good time this New Year's Eve. So I wanted to give you some inspiration. I am partnering with Lancome for this video, so thank you to Lancome for sponsoring this video. I'm going to be using some of their products, and some of these are some throwbacks for me. Like the foundation I'm going to be using, I actually wore on my wedding day. The primer is a favorite that I used to go through and love. I haven't had it in a while, so I'm excited to kind of revisit those products. And then some skincare that I've loved from Lancome as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the video. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe, and let's go ahead and begin. So to prep the skin, I did go in with a sheet mask. This is a super hydrating one from Lancome. It's the Genifique Hydrating Melting Mask. I've used these before. They're very hydrating, but what I love about them is they're quick. So essentially you just put the sheet mask on. It's really hydrating. Leave it on for about 10 minutes and you're good to go. So this is a nice quick way to kind of plump up your skin and hydration before you go in with makeup. And then before I do go in with foundation, I'm gonna go in with the serum from Lancome. If you've been watching me, I've actually mentioned this quite a while ago. This is a really nice anti-aging serum, and it's one of the few that doesn't break me out. This is the Advanced Genifique Concentrate. So this is just like an anti-aging serum, and you can wear it under makeup and at night. So you can do it morning and night if you'd like. So I just put some from the dropper. I'm just gonna kind of press this into the skin. Has a nice slip to it, and I like that it plays nicely under makeup. So I would tend to use a product like this probably more so in the morning, just because at night I like to keep it quite simple, but you can use this morning and night. So you guys know I love to blur my pores, and I actually haven't used this product in so long, but I used to use this all the time. So I'm interested to give it another go. This is the Lancome Blur and Go Stick. So it's a primer, and I like the way that you can apply it, just super quick and easy. So you just basically apply it anywhere that you have large pores, which would be around my nose. I used to use this all the time. I think I almost went through an entire tube of this, that I'd had it for so long. I remember really enjoying this. I used it on my channel as well. So the whole point of this primer is to blur your pores, your fine lines, stuff like that. And it does have a matte finish as well. So essentially it just smooths your skin before makeup and kind of controls your shine throughout the day. For foundation, I want a really nice medium to full coverage matte long wear foundation. So I am gonna go in with their cult favorite product. I actually wore this foundation on my wedding day. It was quite a while ago, but I was like, oh my gosh, I remember wearing this on my wedding day because it's so long lasting and matte, and that's really what I look for. I like long wear makeup that's not going to, you know, crease, smudge, break apart, and this is like a 24-hour long wear foundation. So this is the Teint Idole Ultra Long Wear Foundation. This is a cult favorite. I have the shade 260 Bisque, which is a neutral shade. I did have 3 that they sent me, but I feel like this is gonna work the best. Again, I wore this on my wedding day, but that was, woo, when was that? I feel like it was 6 years ago. I kind of like have lost track of time. But this is an oil-free foundation, long wear, medium to full coverage, transfer resistant. So it's a great one for your wedding day, which is why I chose it. So I'm just gonna go in with a brush to start applying the foundation. So like I said, it's medium to full coverage. So you can definitely build it, but it'll start off as a medium. So Lancome does have 50 shades in this foundation line, and they continue to expand every year, which is really great. And this is $47. You can get it on their website. I'll have everything linked down below, of course. So to build up some of that coverage, I'm just gonna go in with a beauty sponge. And you can see it definitely builds up really nicely. So this is what the foundation looks like unset. I'm gonna go on to concealer. I'm just gonna use my Dose of Colors. I wanna choose a high coverage matte concealer that I know I love. So I'm gonna also use this to prep my lids as well for eyeshadow. For my under eyes, I'm gonna go in with some loose powder. This is Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Powder, and I'm gonna pull this down as I usually do. And I'm just gonna use the excess to set. So my brows are on, and I set my base, and now I wanna move on to eyes. I was trying to think what palette really screams New Year's Eve to me, and then I was like, absolutely the Natasha Denona Glam palette, because it has those silvery, cool tone, really sparkly shades. To start out, I'm going in with the deepest shade, and I actually just put some translucent powder down just in case we have fallout. So I think I'm gonna do a spotlight eye, so I'm just really packing on this deep shade to start. On the inner and outer corner here. It's gonna look scary at first. I'm gonna go into this chocolate brown next. So I'm gonna start blending above where we just put that deepest shade. So sort of just blending the edges here. You can see I have fallout, so definitely either do your eyes first or put some translucent powder down. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're just trying to kind of soften the edges here. So now I'm going in with this lighter shade, and I'm gonna use a fluffier brush here, and I'm really gonna blend above. So this is, again, kind of like we're going from deepest to lightest here, building up the color. And then I'm gonna go in with a more concentrated brush to make sure that these edges are blended seamlessly. Next, I'm gonna go into this shade, and I'm gonna pop this on the center of the lid with my finger, going pretty high up and then going side to side. So I definitely wanna bring it up pretty high. And then again, we'll kind of touch up as we go here and kind of blend the edges. Going back in with that deepest shade to reinforce kind of the outer corner and the inner corner here. And then I'm gonna go into this really bright shade. I'm just gonna really pop this right in the center. It's a little bit lighter, so it's gonna pop a little bit more. So I'm just using a flat top brush. So I went ahead and did a winged liner. I used the House Labs liner pen. It's really black, and I knew that I wanted a really big wing. So I'm gonna go in with mascara now. This is the Lash Idol mascara from Lancome. This is their newest one. It has a curved wand. So I'm just prepping for falsies. I went ahead and put on some lashes. I don't know what they are because I reuse my lashes, so they're just in a case. So sorry about that. But I want to start on the lower lash line, and I really want to do a deep smoky eye. So I'm going to go in with my Nabla black liner that I adore, and I'm going to apply this to my waterline, but also underneath, and then smudge it. So just applying it like that, and then I have a really small brush to start smoking it lower. So this is going to be like a base for shadows to really make this intense. Next, I'm going to go in with this deep brown, and I'm basically just going to smoke right where that black meets my lower lash line. Okay, next I'm going to go into this shade, and I'm really going to just blend under here. So it's going to be pretty intense. So now let's start working on the face to really bring this all together, because the eyes are super intense. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of a highlight to the eyes as well. I'm going in with my Dior Backstage Contour palette, and I'm going to just start really enhancing. So to bronze my skin, I'm going in with my MAC bronzer in Beijing Beauty. I feel like this look isn't going to come together until I do my lips. And because we have so much going on in terms of like the eyes, I'm going to go in with a neutral blush. This is Mocha from MAC. It's just a matte, more neutral shade, not as poppy as I normally would do. So I went ahead and curled my hair off camera. I'm gonna do my lips. I'm gonna start off with my Alamar Cosmetics lip liner. So for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with a really nice matte nude. This is He's a Mixer from KKW. This is a very matte shade, so it's almost like a powdery finish, but we're gonna put a gloss on top. Before I do the gloss, I do wanna highlight, this is holiday, New Year's Eve, and I definitely want that kind of glowy look because we're really matte, but once we do the highlight and the gloss, we'll kind of bring it back to life. So I'm gonna go in with the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter. I picked the lightest shade, Shimmering Buff, just because it's really nice and icy white, and I felt like it would go with the cool toned eyes. So I'm just gonna apply this to the tops of my cheekbones. And I'm gonna go down the center of my nose here. And right on the tip. And to finish off the look, I wanna go with the gloss. I want a sparkly gloss, so I have to go in with the OG Lancome Juicy Tubes. You guys remember these? I used to adore these and use them all the time. Today I'm gonna use the shade Birthday Confetti, which is a really sparkly, shiny, I don't know, like an icy color. I feel like this would look good for what we have going on. So these are super high shine and they have just the right amount of stick. I actually like a little bit of stick so it hangs on for a while. Ooh, yes. And then they have 3 different finishes in these too. So you can get sparkly, which is what I'm using, jelly, or cream. All right, guys, here's my finished New Year's Eve makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I gave you some inspo on what kind of look I would do if I were doing a New Year's Eve glam. I think of like silver, sparkly, sometimes glitter, whatever you want to do. Also long wear because I want my foundation and everything to stay locked and loaded. So I will have everything I used linked down below today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you to Lancome for sponsoring this video. Check out all the products. I will link them in the description bar and I'll see you guys in the next video.